Hey guys, Everett Animation here with my final Owl House analysis. Today I'm analyzing the amazing finale, Watching and Dreaming. The episode starts with the Collector taking everyone out of the Titan Skull after he learns of their plans to get rid of him. Luce then appears in a dream, being urged to wake up by the man from the last episode. Afterward, she wakes up in her worst nightmare. She sees herself in Belos' clothing and is told by Amity that she caused all the bad things that had happened to them. We then see Ida and King in their nightmares of harming family or experiencing death. Back with Luce, she continues to be attacked by her friends until she realizes that they aren't real. After Amity challenges her to a witch's battle instead of a witch's duel, Luce confronts her dream, which turns out to be a creation of the Collectors. Amity and the rest become themselves again and quickly tell Luce that they have all been captured and they need Luce to wake up. They then give her a light glyph to help her get out of her dream. She quickly wakes up and helps Ida and King out of theirs. Afterward, they reunite and hug. We then transition to Belos and the Collector. The Collector explains how powerful Titans are. Afterward, Belos convinces the Collector to try and play his own games with Luce, Ida, and King. The Collector then meets up with the three of them, and they talk about death. We learn that due to being immortal, the Collector doesn't understand the implications of dying. This is why he constantly tries to play dangerous games with others. Transitioning back to Belos, we see that he is flying away from the Collector's castle, but that Rain is starting to take control of her body. Afterward, we see the puppets of the rest of the group, and we see that Amity is starting to control herself. Back with the Collector, he forces the others to play his games with him, but is constantly disappointed when he keeps losing. He eventually gives up and walks away. Luce then goes and talks to him. He explains how he feels alone and how everyone he knows has tricked him, including his siblings, who convinced him to become friends with the Titans only so they could kill them, which was eventually what caused him to be trapped by King's father. After his talk, Luce, Ida, and King explain how they understand how he feels, and Luce decides to show the Collector how she, Ida, and King became friends. We then transition back to Belos, who has lost control of Rain's body. They race each other towards the heart of the Titan, where Belos hopes to take control of the Boiling Isles. Rain fights him off, but it's too late and he takes control of the heart. We then see Amity again. She manages to use a light glyph to deactivate her puppet spell. Afterward, we go back to Luce. She takes the Collector on a journey throughout the Boiling Isles and teaches him a lesson about kindness. However, this is interrupted when Belos takes control of the Titan. His curse takes over the Boiling Isles and they run to stop him. The Collector goes up to him and tries to use his lesson on kindness to stop Belos. But it doesn't work, and in order to save the Collector, Luce intervenes and gets attacked by Belos. His spell overtakes her, and her light disperses. This frightens the Collector, and when he realizes he can't bring Luce back, he realizes the truth about death. Out of rage, King and Ida quickly start attacking Belos. Afterward, we see Luce appear in another realm. She is then pulled up by the demon we saw before, who turns out to be King's father, the main Titan. He explains that he's been trapped in the space in between and that he misunderstood what his son's real danger was. He then talks about how he has watched King over the years and how he respects Luce and Ida. He then shows Luce that Belos has been taking over his body and that he will soon die. Afterward, he gives her his powers and gives a final message for King. We then transition back to the archives when Camila is being woken up. She helps everyone eliminate their worries about Luce and decides to use glyph magic to help the others in the archive. Back with the others, Ida and King try to fight off Belos, while the Collector struggles with his emotions. Luce then shows up and starts to use her new powers. While she does that, the Collector works to help the others save everyone in the archives. Back with Luce, she continues to fight Belos' curse and decides to attack Belos at the Titan's heart. They arrive and find Rain trapped. They save her and quickly move to defeat Belos. They work together, and Luce uses all her strength to tear Belos from the Titan's heart. His curse stops spreading over the Boiling Isles, and everything starts to go back to normal. He then turns back into his younger self and tries to convince Luce that his curse had changed him. She doesn't fall for it, and he starts to die of acid rain. Ida, King, and Rain then show up and kill him completely. Afterward, we see Luce lose her powers and free King's dad from the other realm. He then disappears, and Luce reunites with the others. She then gives King his dad's final message, which was a bread pun, "I love you." Luce then narrates some of the story and explains how things change. The collector turns everyone back to normal, and they finally get to see their families again. Even Hunter, who will probably be taken in by Darius. Later, we see the Boiling Isles in its attempt at rebuilding itself the best way it can. Afterward, everyone returns to the Owl House, and they meet or reunite. Luce then explains that the collector decided to go back to the stars, but not without a gift from King Francois. Afterward, she also says that glyph magic no longer works because the Titan has died. We then transition to a few years later where Luce is going to college in the Demon Realm. We see everyone grown up and living the lives they want to live. We even see that Alador has managed to remove the damage of Coven sigils. And Ida has started her own school for wild magic. At the very end, the people of the Boiling Isles throw loose a late quinceanera party and celebrate her work in the Demon Realm. While there, we learn that glyph magic still exists, just in a different code now fit to King. Finally, everyone goes to watch the collector's stars, and they wave goodbye to the show. And the Owl House is done. I truly love the show, and I never gave it enough respect on this channel, which I should have done. This finale was so great, I'm so glad to have analyzed this show. With that, my Owl House videos are over. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you next time.